the flow of your design, the flow of your product should be so seamless that once the user uses it, it comes back and uses it again. See, let me give you a clear example of Uber Eats. Everybody was having Zomato and Swiggy, but still Uber Eats came in, he gave a good discount, the user flow was very easy, and then Uber Eats took over all the other competition, where the competition end of the day had to come and buy Uber Eats, very good money, and then Uber Eats left the market. So this is where you guys have to make the solution and the user interaction beautiful, where the people would come in, use your app, and be happy with the output of that particular app. So first thing to keep in mind is what you want to achieve. So this things is, I think this should be the first thing which should come in your mind, that what you want to achieve with your startup. Then comes target audience. Now, who's your target audience? Second pointer. Your target audience is not only your B2C and B2B players. What is B2C and B2B? First of all, B2C is business to customer and B2B is business to business. What is the difference between both of them? Business to customer is selling your product or your service to the end customer, where the end customer would be using it. End customer is in the sense, if you are an e-commerce website and you're selling shoes, so your shoes, you are the manufacturer, you're selling your shoes and the end customer would be using it. Where in B2B, you are a manufacturer where you give these shoes to a particular shoe company, and that shoe company sells these shoes online, where you are not afraid of how much my shoes would be costing, what sale I have to do, whatever the marketing strategy is not your thing. It's only you create shoes and you give it to the company and that company sells those shoes. So that is B2B. Now people take target audience as B2C and B2B, but remember, always remember, your employees are your target audience as well. And your partners are your target audience as well. You single-handedly have to pull up the company in sense, supposedly one day, one of your employees leaves the company and goes to another company. At that point of time, that company's resources or that company's work can be diverted to you if you have a good impression and a good state of mind with your particular employee. That employee would be bringing you new work from that company. Okay, sir, we have work from this in this segment in our company. If you want, I can ask my CEO to talk to you and get the work done at our end. So that is where this is your target audience, where people only look at the B2C and B2B players, where your employees and your partners are as essential as your other players. So this is your target audience. Always remember, everyone you talk to is your target audience related to your service and your product. Current scenario. This is a very beautiful topic, and to make this understand, I'll give you a few examples. What is the current scenario of startups today? Here is the current scenario of startups today. What startup think is, there are two types of market, national and international. Behind regular development, only the regular things, they are only behind कि वेबसाइट बन रहा है तो वेबसाइट ही बनाएंगे और कुछ उसमें इनोवेशन नहीं करेंगे. अगर ऐप बन रहा है तो ऐप ही बनाएंगे, उसमें और कुछ इनोवेशन नहीं करेंगे. So this is the observation of regular thing and money centric approach. कि भाई end of the day what we want only money from our business. If you're looking at only money perspective from your business would get you money, but it won't sustain long, guys. If you have a money centric approach, the business won't go longer in an IT industry. People had money centric approach, उन्होंने आए company बनाया, end of the day what happened is they had to sell it or they had to shut it down because the competition was giving a better service and a better client relationship than a business centric money approach. Sir, ये काम इतने में ही होगा, आपको चाहिए तो ठीक है, नहीं चाहिए तो ठीक है. This approach won't let you places in IT industry. This is money centric approach, which is the observation is today's time for startups. Then come your generic image of the company. Always remember, guys, this is the biggest point which you have to make it. An image of a company is dependent on the CEOs and the management of the company. How it is dependent on the management of the company? Never be a low bowler. Never consider yourself as a low bowler. Low bowler in the sense, if somebody is making this website for 5,000, sir, मैं 2,000 में करूँगा. This would today get you money. but in future process, this would take your company image down, because you would be considered as a low bowler. People coming to you only for one reason, ye sasta hai. Never go for a cheaper option. Never bring down your company's image down, because your image is your company's image. Make sure the company's image is on the top, where you can ask the client the amount of money which is equivalent of making a good profit, where your team is happy, you're happy, and you're running a good business. So image of a company is very important in today's time. Then comes brand connection. Brand connect is missing. Brand connect, as I've given an example. Suppose there is fan option again. Brand अच्छा है, चीज भी अच्छी बनाई है, but बिक नहीं रहा. तो brand connect, giving a business solution. सर मेरा काम है वेबसाइट बना कर देना, मैं वो आपको बना दिया है, अब इससे ज्यादा मैं क्या solution दूं? This won't get you anywhere, guys. This won't get you anywhere. This would get you money for a certain period of time, but this won't get you anywhere other than a few $1,000 or few lakh rupees, not more than that. If you want to grow, give them a business solution, connect with the brand, be the brand owner, be the stakeholder of that brand, and give instruction and give a suggestion to the management. Sir, let's do it this way. I think we can get more revenue out of this. And lack of risk management again. Lack of risk is what, sir, यहाँ पे खर्चा करते हैं. I think उससे पैसा आएगा अपने को. But still, are you taking the risk? Are you responsible? Be the responsible person of taking the risk. It would today feel like risk, but tomorrow this would be taken as an experience, and this would be shared with other clients by your clients. He gave me this suggestion, इस वजह से मेरा धंधा इतना चला. And then this, you don't have to find work. You don't need to find work. If you're doing a good work, you're taking the responsibility of how to do things or how to get things done. Bet this, when we started in 2012, we were three co-founders working in a room, and today we are 50 to 55 people. Whereas I'm still in a room, I'm still COVID situation, we are still in a room, but the business is flourishing and we don't have to ask for new work. The work comes on itself. So always be a risk manager, take risks, and connect with the brand. Always connect with the brand. And people, there is the last point in observation in today's time is there is a lack of belief. What is lack of belief? If you give a solution, make sure you believe in your solution. If you say, sir, let's put an app where the user can directly come in with his fingerprints and check in inside the cabin and order food and there itself with voice command. Now, people over here is, our voice command is not that good. It doesn't catches words that perfectly. It doesn't work properly. There are n number of options where you can feel like, "Arey, ye sahi nahi chal raha hai, wo sahi nahi chal raha hai." If voice command was not good, Siri is the biggest example. Alexa is selling like anything in the market. You have Amazon. You have people where the next step in search engine optimization would be searching through audio. You just say the phrase and Google would be searching things for you. It is already working on it. A good quantity of people still today give an audio clip and Google searches on it. So you have to believe in whatever you give, whether it's a service, it's a product, it's an instruction to the client. You have to believe whatever you give. So this is a general observation in today's startups. Second slide. Yes. Competitive stats. Now the biggest fear a startup has is, sir, agar main nahi karunga, to wo itne mein karega. This is the fear in today. This, I won't say it's an hurdle, but I'll give you what it's all about and a solution to that as well. Now, there are 5 forces that shape up industry competition. Threat to new entrant, अरे ये नया आया है, ये कम पैसे में काम करेगा. This is one of the threat. Bargaining power of the buyer. Sir, अगर इतने में कर रहे हो तो ठीक है, वरना ये बंदे के पास से करा लूंगा, ये इतने में कर रहा है. That is one threat. Threat to substitute product or service. Sir, आपका product तो इतना ही काम कर रहा है, वो सामने वाले का product ये भी कर रहा है, and even he is doing this as well. So this is one of the threat. And bargaining power of the supplier. Suppose if there is something, suppose the hosting company where you're hosting your website or an application or a blockchain node where you have to rely on the server. The server guy said, I will give you in this price only. If you want, then take it. If you know, don't buy it. So this is, and rivalry among existing competitions. This is one of the basic things everybody knows. There is a rivalry between existing competitions. How to shape up, how to come up out of this dilemma, how to keep up with this. Let me give you an interesting suggestions on this. Suggestions for competition. Focus on your service, guys. Whatever the client, whatever the competition is doing, you have to keep a focus on what you are delivering. We had a competition in where we were ranking second in a big company, where the competition was like, hum ye bhi denge sir, hum ye bhi denge, hum ye bhi denge. But why we got the contract? The reason why we get the contract is we were like, sir, hum ye denge, lekin we make sure we do this in this time, in this manner, and in this perfect way only. He said कि sir वो ये तो वो भी दे रहे हैं, ये तो वो भी करेंगे, लेकिन देन वी सेड सर ये वो करेंगे लेकिन हम लोग इतना ही करेंगे. वो लोग 4 चीज बोलेंगे और डिलीवर 2 ही करेंगे, हम लोग 4 बोलेंगे और 4 ही डिलीवर करेंगे. We won't do that कि we are saying 10 things and delivering only 4, and other than that we are saying 4 things and delivering only 2. If we say 4, we would only deliver 4, not more, not less. We got the contract, guys. So keeping your focus on what your service is one of the thing to deal with competition. Keep evolving and upgrading is one of the thing you can beat competition. Keep evolving and upgrading is, Node.js was a good trend few years back. React.js is a good trend few years back. AngularJS is a good trend now. So there are new JSs coming up. There are new versions coming up. Bootstrap was the best thing few years back. Responsive CSS was a better thing before than Bootstrap, where you can write your media queries and all. So okay, and database, MySQL was the best thing. Then comes your big data. Then comes other big versions of that. So keep on evolving. People would love to upgrade their systems, keep things easy, keep things moving in faster ways. So keep evolving and upgrading is one of the suggestions where you can beat your competition. Keep adding value to added services. Value added services. What is value added services, sir? If you're doing an AMC is annual maintenance contract for particular website or particular product. Sir, being a good timely, we got a timely payment, we got a good relationship with you, we are doing good in our business, and we are doing good with you. So 2 months AMC free. This won't get you money, guys, but I am sure this would get you new business. This 2 months AMC for free is like a cherry on that cake, when everybody love the cake, but the cherry is very important. Why? Because it tastes very much good than the cake. So this is where you keep a value added services, which you get you more business. This is leaving one part and grabbing the other. So keeping adding value to your services is one thing which you should remember. Second thing is, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of your competition, guys. They are working good. They are doing good. They are doing good because of their hard work. Don't be jealous. Try to beat them. Try to do better than them. Try to do, if this guy is doing this, don't look how he did it, how he managed it. Try to make your own way. Try to make it your own style. And I'm pretty much sure by focusing on your work, by making it your way, by giving a value added service, by evolving and upgrading, I am sure competition cannot touch you. Competition cannot touch you if you follow this simple 4 points. Then comes your company strategy. Now, keeping a company strategy in mind, always analyze first. Strategy is the first thing where you analyze, where you get your target market, objective. The first thing which comes in your mind is, karna kya chahte ho? Karna kya chahte ho in the sense, what do you want to make? What do you want to create? What service you want to give? Nobody thought that Uber or anyone else would be doing this good. कौन लेगा टैक्सी? लोगों को कन्वेंशनल टैक्सी लेने की आदत है, बाहर गए, हाथ दिया, टैक्सी वाला रुका, and you got that taxi. Today's time, Uber is the biggest revenue company in India, and other Ola people, Indian player, again, के कौन टैक्सी लेगा यार? But still, recognize the market. Okay, now let's go to book my show. Book my show again. कौन ऑनलाइन टिकट लेगा? आज के टाइम में nobody is watching and going to theaters. Everybody is buying online ticket and watching things online. OTT platforms, Hotstar, कौन देखेगा यार मोबाइल स्क्रीन के ऊपर मूवीज? Everybody in today's time is watching those. So first thing you have to go with strategy. Analyze what you want to give to the market. Target market kya hai, expectations kya hai, objective kya hai, content kya hai, messages kya hai, what is your approach, resource. First step. Second step is plan and schedule. Develop plan, experience, structure, how to plan things. Okay, if you are good with your coding and you need to find someone who's good with marketing, fuse with them, do a fusion, do a a cooperative thing, and start a company. And then from there, you are busy with your coding and make a good coding product. Ask him to be on top of what he's doing. 100% of marketing he is doing. Now you need to, before starting a company, you need to plan and schedule. Then comes your production, where each production stage, complete each production stage, purchase your designs, then comes your back end, then comes your front end, then comes your database, then comes your business layer, then comes your marketing layer. Do all level of production properly, lay out everything, do a review. If you want to change something, if there is a bottleneck somewhere, कि इस वजह से काम slow हो रहा है, इस वजह से काम slow हो रहा है, उस चीज को बदलो right away. Then comes your ongoing. What is ongoing all about? Ongoing management. Up once you have started a business, I've told you this, कि business शुरू करना आसान है, लेकिन उसको ongoing रखना is the toughest task. Now, what ongoing means is, if you are in a situation where you're going through somewhere and there is a breakdown or there is a power cut, now what to do? Now get a different power source, get a different internet source, get a different server, get whatever the hurdle might be. So maintenance and a major revision on this thing. कि production के अंदर ये situation है कि whenever we are working on this situation, there is a power cut and the clients get delayed and all. So इसका एक backup plan बनाओ. अगर वो नहीं हो रहा है तो उस चीज को कहीं और shift करो. So this is ongoing management which you have to do while working in a startup. Then comes your company process. Guys, no company gets big. You can get money, you can make a good name also, but you won't get big if there is no process involved in your company. What is process? Now, going into the classroom, giving an attendance is the process. Wearing a suit and wearing a tie and coming to the college is a process. If you don't follow the process, if you don't sit in line, give your papers, you won't be successful. So process is the same thing in a company. If you don't follow a process, I'm pretty sure you won't get big, guys. You would just earn money. You'll get a few name and numbers, but without process, you're not going anywhere. What process is all about? State of play. State of play is right now where you kids are. You're about to get your degrees completed, and this is the state of play. Now, second comes is your data analysis, audience mapping, which we have already done. User scenario. What are you looking at? What would be the current user? Content of the survey. Do a survey. Okay, who needs this service? Who wants this kind of service? Then comes your concept creation, wireframes, site maps, process flows. Then comes your design, and then comes your review, approval, and again, state of play. State of play in the sense you're ready for a next project. You're ready for next venture, you can say, much better. And just a second, guys. Just a second. This is important. Vishal, can you take this? Yeah. So yeah, again, this is the process flow which we have discussed already. Now, suggestion for a process: keep everything on record, guys. कोई भी process follow करने के लिए हर चीज का record रखिए. Get approvals from the client on mails. Keep everything on records. Ask for mails. Ask for WhatsApps only. No, nothing should be kept verbal. That हाँ sir ये हो जाएगा, no problem. But if there is not on mail, that client would be saying कि मेरे को तो ये update ही नहीं था, that I didn't got that update. So keep everything on records, guys. A company's log sheet, attendance sheet, incoming, outgoing, whatever, everything. This would get company money. A good process would be followed. Things would get complete on time. Your project would be completed on a very good scale and with short people in the sense, short number of people. Don't keep anything on assumption, guys. In company's process, don't keep anything on assumptions. कि मैंने ये कर लिया तो वो कर लेगा, उसको पता है उसका काम क्या है. Don't do that, guys. If you have done your job and you need to update the other guy कि ये इस तरीके से करना है, So you write down a mail, you write down a note and follow a process, development process where you can use other tools like Jira and all, where जो भी आज आपने कोड किया है, जो भी आज आपने टेस्ट किया है, जो भी आज आपने किया है, you give a proper knowledge transfer to the other guy that you kept it on record कि ये अगला step आपको ये करना है, which is instructed to me in this way. So this, don't keep anything on assumption. Update the client and the team. Now, biggest problem in a startup, I'm using the word startup, guys, not on big company. I'm talking about startup where everybody is doing twice a job which way they're doing. And that means when you're a developer, you're also doing a phase of tester. When you're a CEO, you're also doing the finance department and the legal department. If you're a CTO, you're handling the team as well and you're coding as well. So in a startup, you're doing multiple roles. In this multiple roles, you forget to update the client and the team. In what sense? If you get a call from a client, Arey, I need this thing to be done by tomorrow. You said yes, sir, and you kept the phone down, and you got busy in some other thing. So in that part of time, the team doesn't know you have to develop this as well. The client is expecting this from you tomorrow. So this is where you need to update the client and the team right where you have the information with you. Update the teams, ये हमको कल बनाकर चाहिए. We need to complete this target by tomorrow. Update the client, sir, ये कल नहीं हो पाएगा. Give me a 1 day's time more. If you need it urgent, I need to stop the other work which we are doing on your product. So there the client says, okay, stop this and do this, or stop that and do this. So this is one thing you need to keep for the process to be good. Update the client and update the team on both the scenarios that what is happening right now. Follow your designation and your work role. Now, what is follow your designation, guys? Follow your designation is one of the basic things which every startup should do. If you are a CEO, just consider you as a CEO, then your objective is to keep the company moving, whatever it takes. Now, if there is no coder today, you have to be the coder. If there is no tester today, you have to do the testing. If there is no finance team today, you have to look into the finance. But your designation is a CEO. You have to do all this work and follow your designation as well. Okay, if this is done, I have to do my work as well. Follow your designation means do your work and do the other work as well, which doesn't come in your designation. This is not my job. Won't help you in startups. Won't help you in startups. ये मेरा काम ही नहीं है. This won't help you. This taking a role model and doing the things by yourself, being proactive, would take you places rather than giving a designation thing. If a CTO says कि नहीं ये technological hurdle है मुझसे नहीं होगा, if the CEO can help them out, the CEO should help them out. If the CFO is asking for a technological help, but the CTO is not able to do it, the employee can do it, then he can help them out. So everyone should follow their work role and be proactive to help others in their work role as well. So this is where process helps you. So this was company process for you guys. Second hurdle, the biggest hurdle is company finance. How to handle company finance, guys. What are financial hurdles now? Keep cost low as possible. I mean to say keep low as possible is don't have overheads, guys. Don't have overheads. If the company can have a smaller office, nobody would come in the first place to, if you're a digital company, nobody would come on the first place to, for a startup to check what kind of office you have, what kind of desk you have, what notepads you're using, what kind of machine you have a Apple machine or you have a regular machine. Nobody's going to come and watch that. So that throw that dilemma out कि आपको रोज सूट पहन के ही काम पर जाना है. People are going to judge me on my car. People are going to judge me on my what do I wear, what do I do. No, guys, no. Keep the cost low as possible for the startup. Financial hurdle number one. Hire lesser people till stage 4. Lesser people till stage 4. The diagram which we saw until you're into the maintenance. Have lesser team. Have a faster team where one person is doing a job of 3 to 2 people. Have where your wages are going less, salary कम देना पड़ रहा है आपको, or there is no salary. In fact, the 3 co-founders are doing all the work with how we started in 2012. We were 3 people. We were doing finance, coding, testing, everything. We kept on needing people. After the 3rd, 4th stage, we kept on adding. So hire lesser people till stage 4, guys. Keep lower overheads. What is overheads all about? you're getting your water bill, you're getting your electricity bill, you're getting other bills. So your light is needed, electricity is needed. Water, you can get it from home, so cut that bill down. Other things which you can don't, I need newspaper in the office daily, I need this in the office daily, I need this coffee, this chai. Don't do that. For the startup period, you can cut your overheads. Whatever the overheads is, you can cut them down for next 6 months. And the other point is keep 6 months salary in hand. If you have people working with you, working for you, keep their salaries in hand, guys. In hand in the sense the company should pay them if there is no new revenue for next 6 months. From the third month, if you can foresee that your company is not taking that kind of pickup or that kind of revenue is not generated, you can give a 3 months notice period to your people that the company is not into that good phase. You can take down the revenue model and ask them to join a new company where the employees would get a good period to find for a new job, and even you would have a good time of period to work on yourself, how to build a good company again. Don't go on the looks of the infrastructure, guys. Basic thing, as I've told you, don't go for a fancy office, a fancy cabin, catch office, not needed for a startup, guys, not needed. This is where you would be wasting your money instead of saving it. Not needed for the initial years, in fact. Keep yourself ready for situations. What is keep yourself ready for situations? Supposedly, one bad day, one of your best employees leave the company for X, and Y reason. One of your best, you can say, servers goes down for X and Y reason. There you need to hire and get a bigger server, hire people on what you can say, bigger salaries, what is currently you're giving. So keep yourself ready in finance for that. Keep a positive mind, guys. For finance, you need to have a positive mind. In positive mind in the sense, 2 रुपए कम अपने घर ले जाएंगे चलेगा, लेकिन keep the company moving for the initial years when you are working as a startup. Keep your pocket less and keep the company's pocket on the higher note. So keep a positive mind कि 2 रुपए कम घर ले जाऊंगा तो चलेगा, कंपनी चलती रहनी चाहिए, क्योंकि जब ये चलेगी तो आगे चल के आपको 2 से नहीं 10 रुपए कमा कर देगी. Company's team, again. What are the team hurdles? What are the team hurdles? Team should be cost effective. As I told you, come salary and chota team for the startup. Chota team in the sense कि one person doing 3 jobs. Minimum required team कि ये काम के लिए 2 बंदे अगर कर सकते हैं तो एक ही रखें. थोड़ा टाइम ज्यादा लेगा लेकिन कंपनी का पैसा वहीं बचेगा. कंपनी का पैसा बचेगा ही वहां पर जब when you have a minimum required team for that particular job. Expressive people. Language doesn't matter. Expressive people in the sense, there are few people who cannot explain the bug in a website or a situation where they know where the bug is, but they are not ready to, they cannot express. Keep a team member where language is not a barrier. If Marathi bolega to bhi chalega, Hindi bolega to bhi chalega, English mein bolega to bhi chalega, whatever language he speaks. But bug kahan hai, situation problem kahan hai, वो बताते उसको आना चाहिए. Where is your expressive people you need in your team? Ego issues. Now people have, there should team hurdles. The biggest thing is you have ego issues. What is ego issues in team? सर ये मेरा काम नहीं है, वो मेरे से जूनियर है, ये मेरा काम नहीं है, मैं ये नहीं करूँगा. This ego issues is one hurdle, one of the biggest hurdle in a startup. One of the biggest hurdle is this ego issues. Keep yourself ready for situation. Again, guys, you need to keep yourself ready for situation where कोई एम्प्लॉय छोड़ गए, कोई एम्प्लॉय रेज मांग रहे हैं. अभी तो कंपनी प्लस में आ रहा था, सर आई नीड 30% ऑफ रेज. So then again you need to rethink things and again cut down your pocket or cut down their pocket. However, this thing, be ready for situations. How to strengthen your company, how to company strength team members which I have shown. Company का strength कैसे बनेगा, guys? Keep a healthy relationship with your employees. उनसे बात करते रहो, उनको पूछते रहो कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है, what's your thing, what are you looking at, what is the company's viewpoint about you. This would keep a healthy relationship between you and your client, you and your employees. Very essential, very essential. Have a healthy competition. Healthy competition in the sense that if you can code 30 lines in an hour, I can code 40, 50 lines in an hour. Where you can code 300 lines, but keeping his motivation up, You say only I can go to 40, where he knows अरे सर तो 40 कर रहे हैं तो मैं 50 करने का ट्राई करूंगा. उसके लिए कंपटीशन बड़ा है, तुम्हारे लिए बहुत छोटा है पर उसके लिए बड़ा है. तो कीप एन हेल्दी कंपटीशन विथ योर टीम. Ask and express. You can ask them problem कहाँ है, problem क्या हो रहा है, where is your problem. If you have a financial problem, if you have a personal problem, you can talk to me, and you can express your thoughts on what you feel, okay guys. There is a difference between having a healthier relationship and ask and express. Remember this, you cannot give a suggestion on their personal life. You can just express. Never suggest anything on their personal or any other thing. You can just express them. Fourth thing is your fusion, young and experienced players. If you are an experienced player, get an intern where they're very hungry to learn and बहुत काम करने का इच्छा रहता है. Just like you kids, you want to learn good, you want to do something into the world and bring something new. Fuse with people like Sunny sir and me, where we would be learning few things from you guys. अच्छा ये तुमने एक दिन में ही बना लिया, very nice. We would be teaching you few things. This would strengthen the company. अरे सर को ये भी पता है, सर ने ये बताया, अच्छा मैंने सर को ये, सर बोल रहे थे 3 दिन में होगा, मैंने 2 ही दिन में करके दिखाया. So there is a new level you set when you fuse younger and experienced player together. Choose logical people. Always guys, always choose logical people where they have logical answers to give it to the client, and logical things, and only judge on output is the last point. Don't judge on looks guys. Don't judge on what he wears, what he do, and what is his personal background. Don't judge any employee on that. Don't judge anybody on that. Only judge on your one thing only. Don't judge on gender. ladki hai yaar, ye kaam nahi kar payegi. Nahi. There are few women in my company who are ex-Infosys, and they used to get 22 lakhs package for business development, who are sitting in Canada now. Biggest strength of my company, Bhavna Walia. If you want, you can ask Sunny sir. I'll give her contact number as well. You can talk to her in Canada. She is the biggest player in the market. We never judged anybody on their, other than output. Only judge on output, guys. Bhavna is the biggest revenue generator of the company, bigger than me, in fact, because we never judged anybody on their looks, gender, anything. Just judge on your output, guys. So this is where you strengthen the company. Company clients, biggest you can say, biggest hurdle of all of them is the company client. You would say, sir, ये तो पैसा दे रहे हैं, sir, ये सबसे बड़ा problem creator है, ये सबसे बड़ा problem creator है. Clients hurdles, client find, ढूंढे कैसे, सबसे पहला question. Facing the client in the sense, every time the CEO won't come up, हाँ सर क्या प्रॉब्लम है मुझे बताइए, बंदे ने प्रॉब्लम कर दिया, नहीं. क्लाइंट फेसिंग के लिए क्लाइंट फेसिंग की एक टीम होती है, वो करती है. बट बीइंग अ स्टार्टअप, हु वुड फेस द क्लाइंट्स इज द बिगेस्ट हर्डल. बार्गेनिंग अगेंस्ट कंपटीशन, जैसा मैंने पहले बताया कि नहीं सर 200 में नहीं होगा, 100 रुपए पर कीवर्ड में होता है, मार्केट का यही ट्रेंड है, ये है वो है. सो दिस इज द बिगेस्ट हर्डल विद द क्लाइंट. Missing your deadline is one of the ghosts you never want to see, guys. Missing a deadline is one of the ghosts I promise you never want to see. Okay, client is expecting something from you on this date and you are unable to deliver it. That time it turns into something else. बड़ा वाला भूत बन जाता है वो. अरे मेरे को तो चाहिए, मेरा तो काम बंद हो जाएगा. You have to give it. So this and higher expectation. आप client को एक चीज अच्छा बना के देते हो, उसका एक्सपेक्टेशन बढ़ जाता है. अरे अगला चीज उससे बेटर आएगा. You can say something with Apple कि एक चीज बना दी, अगला और एक्सपेक्टेशन हाई हो गया लोगों का. It again went up, and now what's happening? It's going below expectation of people, so people have started disliking it कि एक्सपेक्टेशन ही नहीं मीट कर रहा है यार. एंड्रॉइड तो ये 2015 में कर रहा था, दिस गाइज आर डूइंग इट 2020 and 19. कैसे कर रहे हैं यार ये? So this is where client's expectation keeps on increasing. One of the hurdles. How to handle these hurdles? Keep a healthy relationship with the client. Talk on no purpose with the client. एक बार काम हो गया, talk on business logic. Talk on sir ये भी कर सकते हैं आप. This is just a suggestion. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है. Some of my friends do this way as well. So keep a healthy relationship. Be a solution provider. पहले मैंने आपको in the first slide I told you. सिर्फ काम करके देना is not your job. Solution business का देना है. Business solution जो भी provide करेगा, that person, that IT company would be coming up. Not the company who is doing the tech. the company who is giving a business solution. Remember, guys, choose logical people to talk to the client. Now, this is again one thing where you guys need to know. Logical people talk to the client in the sense there is some developer who is busy in his coding and the clients directly call him, क्या update है sir, मेरा ये हो गया है, ठीक है रखता हूँ. This is not a way to interact with the client. First of all, greetings and sir, ये काम चल रहा था सुबह से, टीम ने कल रात तक ये काम किया है, आज सुबह से ये किया है और रात को हम लोग ये डिलीवर करेंगे एंड परसों का सर हमारा ये प्लानिंग है, कल का ये प्लानिंग है. So this gives a proper clear vision to the client कि बना क्या रहे हो, बन क्या रहा है, हो क्या रहा है. So always have logical people talking to the client. How to do client handling. Reliable image, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया, image बनाना बहुत जरूरी है क्लाइंट के आगे. कि अगर हमारे पास सिचुएशन आता है, even if you are not able to solve it, you have to take a third party to use a consultation fees and all. But क्लाइंट को ये लगना चाहिए कि एक बार इनके पास काम गया, इमेज ऐसी होनी चाहिए, once this goes to this people, it is getting solved. It is not going to get unsolved. वो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. Have a common answer. As deadline miss हुआ तो सब अपना अपना situation नहीं बताएं. सर टायर पंक्चर था, मम्मी बीमार थी, ये नहीं चलेगा. सबको एक रीजन को स्टिक करना है. Whatever it is, have a common answer. सर 25 तारीख की डेडलाइन मिस हुई है, 27 everybody would be selling the same story. 27th is the date when we going to deliver. So have a common answer. This is how you handle a client. Other hurdles like insufficiency of talent. What is insufficiency of talent, guys? When we got a blockchain project, we didn't know nothing of blockchain. Blockchain is a 3 to 4 year old technology where people have actually started making money out of it. Bitcoin is one of the biggest example of blockchain you can see. So ये blockchain जब आया तो हमको भी नहीं पता था, हमारे पास we didn't have this talent कि how to code this thing, how to take profit out of this thing, इसको बनाते कैसे हैं, करते क्या हैं, इस चीज का use क्या है. We didn't do anything. Then we hired a consultant who used to charge us a bomb of money because he had this knowledge. Insufficiency of talent होने की वजह से what we did is we give him in this particular project a stake of 20%. हमारे पास 60% stake था and 40% client के पास में हम लोग ने stake रखा and then we pushed this project ahead. तो insufficiency of talent is one of the hurdles के आपको you don't know supposedly Java developer हैं आप. Just an example. आप Java developer है, कल आपको कोई बोल दे मेरे को ये चीज तो .NET में ही चाहिए. How will you do it? I don't know. I want this thing in .NET where the money is good, the image is good, the brand is big, and you're keen to work in that. Don't do it by yourself, guys. तुम खुद जब ये करने जाओगे तो it would take you time, it would take your resources, it would take money as well, and you would be dependent कि ये तो हो ही नहीं रहा है. Get in a partner, get it understood, and get that work done. So insufficiency of talent is one of the hurdles. Lack of risk taking, we have already covered. Management, हर चीज मैनेज नहीं कर सकते हो. जिसका काम वो उसका काम अगर सही तरीके से कर रहा है, if the CTO is getting right kind of technology into the company, if the CFO is getting right kind of salaries and to the right time to the right people, then the management is doing good. If everybody, if you want to function a car, every spare part should work it properly. Start हो रहा है, gear डल रहा है, steering घूम रहा है, everybody has to work it properly to keep the car moving. Everything should be managed properly to keep the company moving, guys. One and the same thing. Peer pressure. Biggest problem, guys, in India at least. What are you doing? Startup कौन करता है? क्या कमा लोगे? क्या कर लोगे? This is Indian peer pressure where you cannot say कि नहीं मैं ये करूँगा ही. This is one thing. You need to believe in your product कि नहीं ये तो मुझे करना ही है. Whatever the peer pressure is, नहीं उसको देखो, शर्मा जी के लड़के को देखो, is doing so good. Don't fall into that, guys. The peer pressure is something I think in Indian society is too much, but if you can handle that peer pressure, that would be something which would be leading you to success. Investment prospects. Other hurdles in investment prospects is, of course, there is a show called, what was a startup show, it was called as, I don't remember the name right now. It was a web series where 4 guys came in and started a startup. उसके अंदर एक बंदा था, where he asked for 51% of stake for 50 lakh rupees. 51% of stake for 50 lakh rupees. The money was good, but फिर भी उन्होंने नहीं दिया for one reason and one reason only. कि they knew this 50 lakh is good today, but this prospect would turn into 50 crore soon or more than that. So guys, keep an investment prospect in mind, but don't give up so soon where you can believe and you know this prospect is going to work ahead. Okay, I'll give you an example of Oyo Rooms, guys. We were into a show where people were presenting their products and giving the stakes away. VP show, you can say. Pictures, you can see pictures, yes, in the same kind of show where all the startups come in, the venture capitalists come in, और वो companies खरीदते हैं. Same way, इसी तरीके से we were into a show जहाँ पे ओयो रूम आया था. ओयो रूम उसका 20% स्टेक 10 लाख में देने को रेडी था. आज ओयो रूम का 20% स्टेक नहीं तो नहीं 50 करोड़ के करीब होगा. 20% of the stake. I'm saying a lower number. It would be more than that, but still investment prospects, one of the hurdles. आपको लगेगा पैसा मिल रहा है लेकिन ये आगे चल के hurdle बनेगा, guys. Keep that in mind. The right mentor, have a good mentors, and lack of marketing strategies. Again, आपने सब चीज सही कर रहे हो लेकिन आप अपनी क्वालिटीज नहीं लोगों को बता रहे हो. Your product won't go out, guys. Have a good marketing strategy. Government support. One of the, you can say, a hurdle or a nice thing which is happening in India right now. The government under Prime Minister Modi, who has assumed power in 2015, put digital transformation at the center of its plan. Digital India was the first thing. I think Modi did a very good initiative. And Startup India was another initiative in 2016, where all the startup were given an exemption in taxes and different bracket of taxes. अगर आपका कंपनी 20 लाख रुपए साल का कमाएगा, उसके बाद आपको टैक्स लगने चालू होंगे. You will, after that 20 lakh, you would come into a GST slab. And Digital India, where in today's time आप अपना पैन कार्ड नंबर डालो, आपके सब बैंकिंग ट्रांजैक्शन आ जाते हैं. So based on this, a fintech product can be built. A very good example on this is your paisabazar.com, जहाँ पे आपको आपका ये मिलता है रिपोर्ट कि आपका स्कोर कितना है out of 800, 700. That thing, उनको क्या लगा, सिर्फ एक API कॉल किया and their company is making a good profit. Why? क्योंकि उनको ये पैन इंडिया, डिजिटल इंडिया, ये सब इसका इन्होंने यूटिलाइजेशन अच्छे से किया है. And giving India more technical strong image. Government आज जो हमारी गवर्नमेंट है, उन्होंने India being a reliable image for technical things is the government which have given us. And taxes are must, guys. Tax रहेंगे तो we can fight corona, we can fight other people, we can be on top of the world where taxes are needed. 18% is the tax slab of a service which you give, and 28% is the tax slab for the product which you give. These are the tax slabs for IT industry. And 99148 is the HCS number for Indian taxes of IT. And yeah, this was the government point of view. Let me show you success all the way, guys. सिर्फ एक overview बता देने से I don't think you would be getting into this. But if this pointers, if you keep this in mind, you'll be, of course, start doing what's necessary, then start doing what's possible. Suddenly you're doing the impossible, guys. पहले necessary करो जो है, then start doing what is possible. You would never know, guys. In 2012 we started के जो necessary है वो करो. 3 बंदे लैपटॉप लेके घर में बैठे हुए थे. And today हम लोग 50 to 60 बंदे हैं जो across the world फैले हुए हैं. And minimum working criteria is 40 lakh rupees, which we have to earn monthly. Otherwise, we won't be able to give salaries and keep the company rolling. So do what's necessary, start doing what's necessary, start doing what's possible, and then suddenly you never know you're doing the impossible. So that's where the hurdle of IT industry, and that's where you can contact me or you can get in touch with Sunny sir. And yes, that's what that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. It was really an informative session. So there is one question in the chat box.
Yeah.
Um, where Balashim is asking, is there any financial assistance or funds from the government when it comes to setting your own startup? If not, then how can one manage it?
Okay. Now, good question, Balasun. Now, there are two type of companies in a startup. One is a product base, and one is your service base. For service based company, there is no such provision from the government. But yes, for a product based company, you can go into Startup India and you can get a funds. You can get funds up to 5 lakhs to 5 crore rupees. If your idea is unique, if it's beneficial for India, if it's going a good stats where Indian economy can go up and get foreign investments from your particular idea on your particular product, I think you can manage funds from there. And for a service industry, you can also opt for government loans, where which is called as Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, where Pradhan Mantri is giving a loan of 1 to 5 lakh rupees for startup companies, where they are providing service to some people, service startup companies. I think that's enough for your answer. If you need to know something else,
Yeah, sir. Thank you. He might have got it.
yeah.
Any more questions, Rucha?
Yeah, sir. There is one more question over here.
Please
Uh,
go ahead.
yeah. While just beginning, where to bring employees from? Most of the time, people won't apply. So for job in our startup, so what to do?
Exactly. Good question. Good question. Guys, the first thing I told you, for a startup, always remember, never rely for a startup, guys. For a startup, I'm repeating, in what sense? When you are in an initial stage of 1 or 2 months, don't rely on employees, guys. You have to be the boss and you have to be the employee. You have to be your own mentor and you have to work it through. Once the company started making a noise, started making some revenue, don't worry, the employees would come in automatically. And to get employees, what you can do is to start up with students who have applied for some job and for some reasons they could not join in. You can ask them to join your company, and if the student don't get selected in somewhere, a senior who's not getting selected somewhere, you can ask him to join your company. I'm not saying that it could be taking out you're not getting the best, but you never know. Even I was a backbencher. I never topped in my college or in my school, but still doing a good job brought me here. You can never judge. I already said, never judge your team. Always judge on caliber, never on their character.
Yeah, sir. Thank you. So I now hand over the session to Sunny, sir.
Okay, I would like to thank our first speaker, that is Sachin Urade sir, as well as Amrit Singh Tian, our second speaker. Thank you, sir, for your golden words. I hope that our students, our participants have, grasped some knowledge, and I hope that they are motivated enough, and initially at least they'll not go for a job and rather try for a startup. So that is what is the mission and vision of our EDC cell. So if there are entrepreneurs in the market, then there will be jobs in the market. So I hope all will agree on it. And to start later, it's better to start in the beginning of the career. Why not give a try? So thanks a lot, sir, for your time. You spared your time in the busy schedule, and this wouldn't have been possible without our all the teacher members, faculty members, the student who have taken lots of efforts. So thank you one and all, and we'll end the session for today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling
Thank you.
us.
So I'll request the members to leave the meeting.